Okay, can you? I'm sorry, I didn't. What? Can you say that again?
Yeah. Hi, Tatiana. This is Shelly from HR.
From
Do you
HR.
remember
Okay.
me?
No, I don't remember you. But what's going on?
Well, we had a discussion a couple weeks ago about your absenteeism and tardiness.
Okay.
Do you know what time you have to be clocked in at work?
6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 a.m.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, on 7/18, you clocked in at 6:12.
Wow.
We had a discussion about that.
12 minutes.
Yeah, but you know they're waiting on you to be there, clocked in and ready to work at 6.
Okay.
So your employment is really going to be terminated as of today, because also on 7/28 you clocked in at 6:21.
21 minutes.
Yes, that's 21 minutes of company time.
But I still work though. Like I still like. Why didn't y'all tell me that today when I was just at work?
Because I handle all the HR, so they wanted me to call you because we had that discussion, remember, about...
And that was the day that I let my... Alright, keep going.
So you were also on 8/8, you clocked in at, like, 6:32.
That was it. Okay, so I let my cousin use my car the night before, and he didn't bring it. He overslept or something. He didn't bring it back till the morning. So, like, I still made it, though.
That was literally, like, 9 days after we talked. So, and then on 8/12, you just did a no-call, no-show.
That was my birthday. August 12th, that's my birthday. Like, I already told you.
You didn't request that day off work, though.
But y'all know, that's my birthday.
I'm not... Birthday.
No, that's fine. Alright. Okay.
Everyone works on their birthday. Even I worked on my birthday.
Y'all too grown for me.
Well, unfortunately, I just need you to turn your keys in. And
I'll be there tomorrow, because that's crazy. That's crazy.
Okay.
Like, what? Like, what? No.
So I can tell that this job is probably not a very high paying job, because she didn't seem very concerned with losing it. I think this generation, we even see it, I'm sure Mistaken can vouch for this. We even see it in school when it comes to turning assignments on time. They have no sense of timing. They do what they want to do when they want to do it. And it just makes sense that it would trickle over into the workplace. It's not serious for them. Especially if you're talking about a job and not a career. Now, I don't know what job she was working, but the fact that she didn't seem very concerned, it lets me know it was probably a job, not necessarily a career. It's just, this is a new day and age. It's not like when we were young and you were just happy to have a job and you wanted to do everything right. This new generation is like, okay, the bills will get paid somehow. Not with this job, I guess. And the fact that the lady, she was looking confused when the lady was like, okay, you came in 21 minutes late. And it was crazy. Like, she was just like, she thought she was right. You could tell by the way she was filming it. She thought she was right. So, like, how do you even work with that? She sees no wrong in her actions. It's crazy. Crazy.
All right, go ahead, Saint. I see you over there. Over there.
You know what? This situation hits home because as a program manager, I had over 130 kids and a staff of like 12 people. So we needed them to be there and be there on time, because it's a ratio. So I had and whoever she worked for is very lenient, because I had a girl work for me. And she did a no call, no show, coming in whenever she wanted to, calling in late. And I loved her though. She had great, like when she came and she worked, she put in work. But, and I worked with her to try to be on time. What can we do? Like over and over trying to work with her. And she was just like, I just don't understand. And I don't know, in my time, if we were 5 minutes late, everything is docked. Everything is checked. You get written up for every little thing. And like she said, this new culture, they don't really care. You know, they don't understand. I don't think they're foreseeing 5-10 years down the line. They're just thinking about right now. Like she said, it's just the job for her. And I've seen that a lot when people are all the way in the wrong and they're just confused. And the reason why they're confused is because they're not learning these skills. They're not teaching people skills in school anymore. So, and there's so many teens, and they're even becoming business owners and entrepreneurs before they even learn people skills, before they even learn how to communicate, interact, show up on time with people. So that's what I teach. Actually, that's what I'm going to talk about for some principals this afternoon. That's why I'm going out to dinner, because I'm talking to these principals about getting my programs into these schools to teach people why it's important to show up on time. You know, that's it. First thing in etiquette, show up on time. So that's what I wanted to share, because that really hits home. And yeah, it's a mess.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go to you, Jay. What is your thoughts on this, man?
I think she's trolling, man. I mean, I think it wasn't an important job, but she's clearly trolling. You know what I mean? But what I will say with the younger generation, they don't fear their jobs. You know, like I think with our parents, man, like if they lost their job, it was like the end of the world, dog. Like people was jumping out of buildings, jumping out of windows, jumping in front of like that was the worst thing that could happen to you is you lose your job. With these young kids, it's just like, yeah, I get another one. You know, it's that fearlessness, that loyalty to a company, I think that they don't have. But in this situation, you know, she was definitely trolling. I mean, she didn't care about the job. She has a legit way to pay her rent, you know. And if all else fails, you know.
Or she didn't have no rent.
If all else fails, you know, OF is sitting there like, come on home.
Gotcha. All right, go ahead, Miss Taken. What are your thoughts about it, man?
I would say I think this generation they don't equate punctuality as something. Well, they equate punctuality as something separate from the job itself. So it's kind of like, well, when I got to work, I did my job. I worked hard. You know what I'm saying? But not understanding that showing up on time is also part that showing up is also part of your job. And like Shan said too, I think part of the problem is the prior generation is to blame for the current generation. So if you're not teaching and holding your own children accountable to setting expectations for them to do certain things, like on time, things like that, meeting deadlines. And then in school is also not reinforced, because now kids cannot turn in homework and teachers can't penalize them anymore for it, because they say that that's part of the behavior and not necessarily standards in terms of the academics. So even they're separating the two. So it's not a surprise that the students are separating the two when they go into the workforce. But yeah, I think she just hasn't learned that yet. She's gonna have to have enough losing jobs and consequences in order for her to then adjust the behavior.
Go ahead, Viz.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me? Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Man, I pretty much agree with everybody. To Ms. Taken's point, I think that I can only assume that she's older than 21 or at least, but I think that she's just going to be one of those people that never changes. That's just going to be her. Every time that she told her that she came in late, she had an excuse blaming somebody else. So if you're at that age especially during this time period in this generation, that shit ain't gonna change. She gonna continue to do that until she an old ass woman still blaming somebody else for her bullshit. So I think that is unfortunate, and is definitely the generation before them their fault for allowing it. But I think that it's a part of the generation before us and with us being so caught up in the trauma experience that we now hold their hand so that they won't experience it. When in actuality, in my opinion, I think that that builds character, as they say. So, I mean, now we have a generation of kids with no accountability. They fear no one, no structure, no hierarchy, whatever, however it is that you want to put it. And shit, man, if we don't get a grip on it, Lord knows what we're gonna see. So